YouTube and welcome to the Retro Gamer Quiz. I'm Paul, welcome to my channel, and tonight guys we have got an absolutely cracking quiz for you lined up. Firstly, we've got the challenger who is O.S.G, Old Style Gaming. His name's Paul. What can I say, he's a top fella. He's from Sunderland like myself, so obviously he's going to be. I've been looking forward to having a good chat with him for a very, very long time now. It's a channel I've been watching for such a long time. So, guys, I'm really happy to introduce to you O.S.G.
Hello everyone.
How are you doing, mate?
I'm doing good. Doing good.
You're doing good. Internet's working well, because I know you've been stressed out a little bit about the I don't know about your Wi-Fi and what have you, getting down to the garage, but.
Well, I used to live stream. I used to live stream last year, but then I stopped because my internet was just pants. But
so, you've been saying a bit before that you're a little bit nervous, but you've been doing plenty of swatting up this week.
Well, swatting up's playing Amstrad games. That's what I've been doing. So there better be some Amstrad questions.
I don't think there's no. We haven't got many, mate. Like. Predominantly, you're the guy who I would probably go to for Commodore 64 and Amiga, so definitely expect some of them. Whereas Scott, obviously, Sega Zombie, he's into Spectrum and, Sega. So we're going to have quite a few questions on them, but I'm really looking forward to this one. Worked really hard on some of the pictures and the maybe not the music, because the music's always it's always a bastard. I'm not going to lie. Nobody ever does well on the music, so. I'm expecting us to get at least 1 each on the music, and any more than that.
1 each on the quiz. That's what I'm going to get.
Well, if that's the case, I've got a cracking tiebreaker question as well. So either way, there'll be a winner after tonight. So yeah, I'm just going to introduce Scott now to you guys at home. YouTuber of the year. What can I say? Been watching him a very long time. Really good mate as well now. So really happy to introduce Scott, Sega Zombie. Hello, mate.
Evening.
How are you doing?
Bit tired. I'm a bit worried about tonight.
You've been out on the hunt, right?
Yeah. I've been car booting today, so yeah, I'm feeling a little bit like zombified. Sega Zombie's definitely the right title for me. I'm definitely zombie.
So, have you been like swatting up at all for this week, or are you just going to go with the flow, see what happens?
No, it's been a mentally busy week for me because it's half term here. So Eden's been off school, so it's just been entertaining her really. So I haven't really had time to swat up. I have a feeling there's going to be Commodore 64 questions, which I'm going to be absolutely rubbish at, but you know.
Well, there might be 1 or 2, but I'd imagine that there may be a couple of Spectrum ones in there, possibly a bit of Sega, bit of Amiga, and just what have you. Right, we're just going to have a quick look through the comments, guys. Just to give everyone a reminder, don't put the answers just yet. Right at the end, we'll go through all the questions and all the answers, and then's probably a better time if you want to put your answers in the comments, just because the lads have hopefully wrote their answers down already. But I'll keep your eye on Paul, because I think he might be. I don't know. I think he's got something hidden away there under that desk. What's that pencil you've got there? Is that a PlayStation? What's? Oh, nice. That's a gamer at heart, eh? So yeah, just have a look in the see who we've got joining us tonight. We have Johnny B. We have FC Den Haag. Not seen him before. Hi, FC Den Haag.
Most of these people are Amstrad people.
Well, no, they're not going to enjoy tonight. Well, they might if they're like a bit of Spectrum. I mean, a lot of Amstrad games were just Spectrum ports, weren't they? Unfortunately for the Amstrad owners. I know, but trust me, like I've got an Amstrad, and it drives me nuts when you go to play an Amstrad game and it's a Spectrum, because the problem was the Amstrad didn't emulate the Spectrum well, but when the games were made for the Amstrad, they were brilliant. Do you know what I mean? Like they always say the Amstrad can't scroll, but there's loads of examples out there where the scrolling is absolutely no problem with it at all. I don't think. Right, let's just have a quick look down here. Pete Walker and Johnny B getting the crack there. We've got Colin Cox. I always give Colin the mention. He's the admin, so if any of you guys are going to be shouting out answers, he'll be the one who boots you out. But don't be too harsh on him because he does a really good job. He volunteers for Andy's Man Club, which is to do with men's mental health, etc. So I've always got a lot of time for Colin. He does a good job. Who else have we got? We've got Retro48K. He's in. We have Game Shack. Good to see Nate. Enjoyed his video the other day. And my chat's not really working very well. Oh, we've got Big Juffer. That's a familiar name. I'm hoping to get him on to the quiz, but he hasn't come on just yet. We've got Jade saying hello, everyone. And we have RetroB8 UK. My mouse is not working very well at all. So, since it's not working, I'll have a bit funny about with it while we do this. So, guys, the first round is the Pixelated picture round. This was actually introduced to the quiz by him there, by Paul. He was the one who come up with the idea of putting it in. And I think we put it in for the first time last week, and I thought it worked really well. So, yeah. We're going to go for it again. Some of these you might find really easy because they don't actually look that different from what they actually look like when we used to play them. So there's only a certain amount that can pixelate them. Pixelize or pixelate? Pixelate. Yeah, pixelate. We'll go with that. So I can only pixelate it a certain amount, but we'll see how you guys do. So have you both got a pen and paper?
Yeah. How many questions are in this one? How many pictures?
You've got 5 pictures in this one, Scott.
5.
You have? Yeah, I'll take that out the way so that you get a nice big full screen. And yeah, good luck, guys. Here's the pixels. Enjoy.
Here we go.
I thought I'd ease you in nice and gently, give you a total false sense of security. How do you feel you've done?
Yeah, that wasn't too bad.
I've definitely got 4, I think. Definitely got 4.
Right, neat. But well, as I say, we'll keep the answers to the end. Guys, on that round, if there's like 3 or 4 like sequels to the game, I'm just I'm happy with like just the main part, right? You don't have to get which one it is. You know what I mean?
Can I cross that number out then?
I'm just because, like, if you say one or not the other, when it's pixelated, it's really hard to tell. Do you know what I mean? Like the finer details are not there, so I don't expect you to know that. Yeah. When it comes to finals, week though, that's when you've got to start working for it. So, guys, so that was out of 5. You think you've got what you're saying 4 each?
Yeah, I reckon 4.
I think I've got 5 now.
Oh,
confidence is rising.
I just didn't know that. Obviously, he was talking about the same one with the sequels. I didn't know whether I had it right.
Oh, well, that's a confident start, but we'll see how you feel after we do this bit, mate, this is the 10 questions. So if there's any issues or anything, just ask us to repeat the question again. I don't mind like reading out as many times as you want. Obviously, I know my accent's a bit of an issue. Paul, I'm hoping it's all right for you. I shouldn't sound too Scottish just yet. Do I sound like I've been living in Scotland for the last 8 years?
Nah.
Good.
You all sound really fast to me, you know, because I'm from Suffolk, so we're all like slow and mellow here.
Well, you say that, mate, but you're actually not one of the channels that I watch on 1.25. There is a lot of channels I watch on 1.25 because I'm like, fucking hell, like, do you know what I mean? For me, it's like, everyone's talking this slow. I'm like, I get 2 videos in if I watch on 1.25. Do you know what I mean? Right, okay, so pens at the ready. We're going to go with question 1, guys. And it is, what game was released first in the PAL region? And this is for the Amiga.
Oh.
Was it Zool or Super Frog? You may hear some children screaming. I haven't got any kids like hidden away in the shed. I'm not like Joseph Fritzl or anything. It's just the playing outside. Just in case you think I've got like a basement under here or something like that. Right, guys, both got answers for number 1?
Yeah.
Awesome. Right, number 2. What developer / publisher was responsible for California Games, Impossible Mission, and Pit Stop? There's some good crap going on in the I'm terrible with keeping up with the comments though. It's hard when I've got to read the questions and watch yous and watch up. Okay, guys, number 3. How much memory had the official original Xbox memory card? I'm not sure which one Peter's on about there, but that's a stinker of a question. Okay, guys, number 4. Who developed and published the 1981 classic Galaga? Just for them, just to clarify in the chat there, yeah, it is the Xbox original, not the Xbox 360. I think the Xbox 360 had a hard drive, and I know the original Xbox had a hard drive as well, but you could put like a memory stick, a bit like the Dreamcast, wasn't it? You could get a memory card in there. Okay, guys, everyone got answers down for the first 4?
Yeah. Guesses?
Yeah. Okay, number 5. In the arcade version of Mortal Kombat, how many players are there available to choose from when you start the game? How many playable characters is there in Mortal Kombat? Were you guys Mortal Kombat or Street Fighter 2?
Street Fighter 2.
Paul?
Probably Mortal Kombat, but I like Killer Instinct better, but that's like a...
I was playing that on the SNES a couple of weeks ago, and there's one where you're like a robot, like is it where are you blue, like a blue robot sort of thing?
Killer Instinct?
I'm sure it was Killer Instinct. It was Killer Instinct 2, I think, actually, on the SNES.
Not glass. Was he not an ice person? Was it glassy or something?
Oh, fuck them. We're talking it was about 1:30 in the morning, so by this point it could have been anything, to be fair. But I was doing all right, so when I do okay at the game, I automatically like it because I'm normally shit at everything, as you've both seen.
Wait on while I count something, right?
Eh?
I'm counting something on my hands.
Oh.
That's what I was doing.
What? Yeah. All right. Okay. Did you hit me gaming is in sight? Did everyone have a good weekend? Yes. Definitely had a
Yeah,
good
very
weekend,
good
mate.
weekend.
Stuart from Generation Pixels in. Good to see him. I haven't caught up on his latest video or his Spectrum. He's doing the Spectrum A to Z, and A was really good. So I really enjoyed that. So I'm looking forward to Beam. I do like me Specky these days. I can't help it. I best can't put me Commodore 64 hat on, otherwise people are going to be asking
You don't
questions.
need to do that.
Guess what video I've been making today?
Yay.
Okay, guys. Question number 6. What year was RoboCop released for the Commodore 64 and Spectrum? Retro48K is asking, are we including hidden characters in Mortal Kombat? No, it's just, you put your money in, it's just the amount of characters that's right there at the beginning. Not if you complete it and you get extra characters, or if you do certain things in the game, like, and you can see Reptile or whatever. None of that, just how many right at the start, I think. Okay, guys. Number 7. Sometimes, and this is a Commodore question, sometimes Commodore is shortened to CBM. What does CBM stand for?
Well, I don't even know that, so.
Wow.
CBM.
Yeah, if you look, Commodore 64 game here.
Has it got written on there what it means?
I don't know if you can see that, but like right at the top, it doesn't say Commodore 64, it says CBM. And CBM is like an acronym, like it stands for something. Can you guess what it stands for?
Oh, total guess there.
Complete guess.
What's the Game Shack writing there?
What? Boring. Oh, harsh.
Oh.
Unsold.
How did he not? I put that.
To be fair,
I actually put brown.
well, it's funny you should say that, because that's what Arnie Viking says, brown. Yeah. Could be. Right. Number 8. What console was apparently capable of blast processing? Big Juffer says B stands for beige.
Yeah, beige.
We need to take a walk. Right, lads. Are you happy, Paul?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, number 9. Before being rescued, before being rescued by Atari, who had originally developed the handheld system that went on to being the Atari Lynx? So, who was it who was actually developing that before they were bailed out by Atari? And to be fair, I think it actually fucked Atari as well. It did, because the amount of money that they had to plow into it. Oh, Addy Sneaker Freak says all these are easy. I'm going to have to up the difficulty for when he comes on.
I am, but it's not that easy.
It's always easy when you're not like there. Trust me, I'm dreading being on that side. I'm fucking dreading it. It's easy when you're sat here with the answers in front of you. No, I'm just kidding. Right, guys, last but not least, this is a multi-answer, so I want 2 answers from you, and I want you to be within 10%, so 5% above or 5% below the answer. So I want 2 percentage answers from you. This is the question. Chase HQ on the Micros was a mixed bag. What did it score on the Spectrum and Commodore 64 in Crash magazine and Zap magazine, respectively? So I'm pretty sure we know who had the good version, and I'm pretty sure we know who had the shit version. So I want a percentage for the Crash and a percentage for Zap, and you can be either 5% above or below. If you're within that 5%, then you get a mark. So you get half a mark.
Am I allowed to beat some Zaps?
What you trying to kid read?
Whoa.
So, guys, after easing you in nice and gently with the pixelated round, how are you feeling about that?
That was a very tough round. I think that's
Yeah.
the most challenging so far. For me, anyway.
You've said that every week so far.
And then one.
I weren't confident with them.
No, well, like with what I do every week, I always try and test all the questions out, and the feedback was, yeah, they were hard. So
Yeah, that was tough.
Yeah, that was tough. Well, if you like that, you're gonna love what's next, because this is the round that I've been humming and hawing about. You know, does it stay? Does it go? But the next one, guys, we have got the music round. So I'm really sorry to do it to you. But what I have done, I've put in the background a picture of the system that the music is from. So
Right.
that'll give you like a clue, the like generation, you know, like what year it was, etc. I'm expecting you to get one, possibly two at least. So
How many of these is there? 5.
There's 15. I'm
15?
joking. There's only 5. Sorry, mate, I couldn't help myself. No, there's only 5. Yeah, so it's 15 minutes for each song. And when it's playing, like, I won't be able to hear or note like that. So obviously, if you want to call us worse than shite, now's the time. You probably will once you've listened to these. Must say a little bit of thanks goes out to Jim Evans for these as well. He's been helping us with some of the music, but I have popped a couple in for myself as well. Right, here we go, guys. Get your pens, pencils ready. This is the music round. Right, what are you thinking about that then? That wasn't too bad, was it?
Well, yes.
2. You got 2, right?
Well, one definitely. One,
Scott, what are you
yes.
thinking?
I think I got 2.
You think you got 2? Right, okay. It was like, yeah, well, we'll see. We'll
The
see.
music round's always the one. That's my bogey round. It always is.
Honestly, if someone ever nailed the music round, I think they deserve like some sort of special trophy or something. Like if someone ever gets 5 out of 5, because I like me music and I wouldn't be able to guess something.
See, I know them, but I just don't know them. Like my first one, the Commodore 64 one. I dare place bets. I'll have used that in an intro on one of my videos, right? Because I know what it is, but I just can't.
Holy shit, that's the one you didn't get. I thought that would have been the one.
I haven't got that.
Oh, you are going to kick yourself. Oh,
Play it again.
We can go again. It's no bother.
I play that one again.
Well, I kind of play one.
I'll play them all again.
Go for them all. Right,
I
lads,
only got 2 and 4.
Fucking, I thought you'd be getting 5. Anyway, right, okay. If you get 5 here, you're going to win a bottle of Estrella Dam. Right, here we go. Music round again, guys. Well, I don't know if that's a happy or a sad slap in the face.
Sad.
You know what? That's confused me even more playing that again.
No.
I've been scribbling the answers out and putting different.
I don't even think I've got number 4 right now.
Oh.
So we went from having 2 to 1.
I guess another one, no.
Oh, well, I was going to say, we'll put them on again. No.
No. That's not fair.
No, there's no point putting them on again.
Well, guys, the next round, this is my favourite round. I absolutely love doing these. We've got 10 different box arts, totally like from back in the day to like maybe PS2, something like that. I'm not after the system. I'm just after the name of the game. You do have to be right on, you know, if it's the original or sequel, etc. On these ones.
Okay.
So yeah, each picture's on for 15 seconds. We've got some nice funky music in the background. Yeah, and I won't be able to hear or anything like that once we start this one. So yeah, let's get cracking with the box art. Good luck, guys. Well, what are you thinking? I thought that wasn't too bad.
No, it weren't too bad. That's the last
Honestly,
one. I know the picture, but I can't think of the game.
Oh, it's an iconic one. But well, everyone says that though, don't they? About anything. Are you happy to go on, or?
Yeah. No, I'm happy to go on. No, it's fine.
Well, guys, that's it. We've done it in 33 minutes. That's possibly the fastest that we've ever hammered through them. Like, it's definitely got nothing to do with the fact that I'm starting my new job tomorrow, and I need me Betty Bice tonight. I do. Super Jim Tendo is saying we should hand him the trophy now. He did supply 4 of the 5 songs in the music round, so I'm not sure. But of course, James, you're more than welcome to come back on anytime. Anyone can come back as many times as they want. There's no limit on how many times you can enter. Yeah, a lot of people, Colin saying there he's got a solid 7. I'm hoping that's out of just the pitch around Colin and not of the whole night.
Oh, mine's of the whole night, 7.
Nah, no way.
Oh, I don't know. I reckon you got me tonight, I reckon.
I don't.
No, remember Stewie last week? Like, he had the best poker face ever. I couldn't tell whether he knew the answers or not. It was just like,
yeah, I've got the worst poker face.
Total. I just smile all the time, like. Shit. So I was speaking earlier to you, Scott, wasn't I? About Blackpool. You're not thinking that you're going to be able to get there this year?
Well, I'm not going to say no, but it takes a lot more planning when you're going that far away from me.
Yeah.
I'd love to go because, it's been going on many years and there's some epic tales and there's been some great nights there. So I'd love to go. Hopefully, fingers crossed, I can sort something and I can go along.
Yeah. I'd love to go. It's my birthday in October, so I might have a bit of birthday money and I've had a fantastic offer. One of my mates has said I can stay at their house, so that'd be really cool if I could go. And you're going, right, Paul?
Yeah, but I'm doing like Jedi mind tricks on my wife at the moment to make it sound like it's her idea.
Have you actually told her yet?
It's been like subliminally telling her, like on a night, Blackpool.
You know what? I've never ever been to Blackpool. Simply because it's about a 6-hour drive from mine.
Oh, look at you.
So
it's about 8 for me.
So we never went there. I've never been because I suppose it's because you've got to go there on holiday, I suppose. I don't know. But we've never sort of like gone. You can't go there for the day, can you? Not from here.
We could. I think it's only 2 hours from mine, isn't it?
Really?
About 2 hours.
In fact, the last time, do you know where Eschwinnon is, Paul?
No.
The last time I went on a coach trip with a load of lads from Eschwinnon. Holy shit, what a weekend that was, man. It was just mental. Like, we literally got back to the hotel at about 5:30 in the morning, and they were like, don't bother coming in here. You just have got no chance. Like, some lads who I was with had already been back and destroyed the place, so we just had to sleep in the bus. Honestly, it was a night. It was horrible. It was good times, though. It was good times. Right. So, we're going to go all the way back to the beginning, guys. Back to the pixelated picture round. And we're going to start blasting through some answers. We're going to start with you, Paul. For the pixelated picture round, what did you get for the first one?
IK Plus.
You got IK Plus. And Scott?
The same.
IK Plus, nice one. Best fighting game on the Commodore 64. That was actually a screenshot from the Amiga, that version. Best fighting game on the Spectrum, Scott?
It's close, yeah. I would say it's one of the best on the Spectrum as well. I really like Barbarian as well, though.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I do like Barbarian.
I found the control system really weird on Barbarian.
Yeah, but once you master it, it is a very good game.
Like, I try with my feet, with my toes, and I just haven't got enough. I need to be an octopus. What do you think?
Yeah,
Paul,
that's brilliant.
I think with the Amiga is a good version of IK Plus. I think it's probably the best fighting game on there. A lot of people do like Mortal Kombat on there, but I've never ever been able to get away with the one button control for Mortal Kombat. But I get plus quality.
I remember used to type in like words on the keyboard, and it used to come up like "get your dirty fingers off that keyboard."
Yeah,
you know,
if you I think his trousers dropped on, or if you press O.
I love little Easter eggs like that in games. Like I just love the little bit of extra that the coders put in. Right, okay, number 2, Scott. What have you got down for number 2, mate?
This was the one I kind of guessed at, and I've put Stunt Car Racer.
Stunt Car Racer, and how about you, Paul?
Stunt Car Racer.
Stunt Car Racer is correct. It didn't actually look that different. Like the triangular car was actually Roadhog when I was racing them earlier, and I still get beat off that bastard. I find that game, the first level, like the first League 4, I can do no bother. Like the stepping stones, I think is it the high jump or the roller coaster or something like that. But as soon as I go to Division 3, like my arse just drops out and I get thrashed. Like really thrashed. I don't know what I'm doing wrong.
No, but I think the high jumps, Division 1, I think. And you talked about it's the little vamp and the humpback, isn't it? That's Division. It's my favourite game, Stunt Car Racer.
It's definitely my. Well, really, I honestly didn't know that before we started.
On the Amiga, it is. I love it.
Oh fuck. I play it on the Commodore 64. And as far as I'm concerned, it's the best racing game on the 64.
Is there many decent races on the 64 though?
Power Drift was decent.
Was
Turbocharge?
Turbocharge wasn't bad.
Turbocharge was a good one. I thought I'd got you there on the 64 as a rubbish young.
But there's
I've done a whole video on good racing games. I have.
Yeah, I'll have to. I'll watch it.
The one I like is Iron Man Stewart's off-road racing. It's like a 3D isometric, and you just these little tiny like I don't know, like monster trucks or something like that.
I used to like
from Codemasters.
Go on.
Slicks from Codemasters. That's class. It's like not very well known, but it's like probably the best racing game on the Commodore.
I think was it Skid Marks, Super Skid Marks, or something like that. That always reminded me of Iron Man Stewart. I think it was.
Yeah, on the Amiga.
I can't remember. Yeah, that was I. Right. So, guys, number 3. Scott, have you got any idea what number 3 was?
I put Flashback.
Flashback, and Paul.
Flashback. Do you want to see that I've written it or not? Do you want to see it?
No, I believe you wrote it that time.
I would never ever tell you a lie. I've just told you I don't even want to win. I can't come back on.
Don't worry, mate. It'll be right. Just in case anyone's watching, normally we would have an episode this Wednesday, but unfortunately, Mark Geordie Slasher Gaming, he's had to drop out because obviously, he works for the MOD, and he's some training scope last minute. So it's looking like Wednesday is going to be cancelled. It is a little bit short notice to get anyone on, unless someone in the comments, unless you fancy a blast and can maybe take on Scott or Paul, whoever wins.
Big jumper.
But we'll come to that at the end. So yeah, guys, got that one both right. Number 4, Paul. This was the one I was saying I'm not massively bothered about which. Like if you've got the sequels or what have you. But what have you got for number 4, mate?
Just got Streets of Rage.
Streets of Rage. Scott?
Yeah, the same.
Streets of Rage.
I did have 2.
Yeah. It was actually Streets of Rage 2.
Yeah, it was, yeah.
But I just didn't, like, I actually got a Streets of Rage and 2 to put them up against, and I couldn't really tell, and I knew the answer, so I was like, well, if I can't tell, it's not really fair for you two. Yeah. So last but not least, Scott, number 5.
RoboCop.
And what you saying, Paul?
Yeah, RoboCop.
Wow. Well done, guys. You've both got 5 out of 5. Smoking.
No, it goes downhill from now. Goes right downhill.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I did see it. I was just going to ease you in gently and then give you a good hard fucking. Right, here we go. This was the quiz questions, guys. Number 1 was, what game was released first in the PAL region for the Amiga? Was it Zool or Super Frog? I'm going to go with you, Paul.
So I put Super Frog.
You went for Super Frog. And what have you put, Scott?
I put Super Frog as well, but pure guess.
Well, guys, you both got it wrong.
Really?
It was Zool. Zool was released in 1992, and Super Frog was released in 1993.
Oh,
the reason I picked Super Frog was because I know that Zool was like I think it was like a one on the CD32, wasn't it? It was like one of the launch titles on that as well.
yeah.
Sure it was something,
I thought
Yeah,
Zool
it
was
might have
later.
The ninja from the nth dimension. I quite enjoyed Super Frog as well. I thought that was pretty decent. They're really kind of similar games, though, right?
Yeah.
I'm not a lover of them.
Me neither. I think I held on to me Amiga for so long at the end simply because I used to play Championship Manager so much. I used to just, as I was saying to someone earlier, I think I actually failed my GCSEs due to playing that. Like every night I'd be on till like 1, 2 in the morning, and I've done no coursework at all.
This is still my Amiga here off when I was little.
Have you? What you got there? Which one is it?
500. This is my original 500.
Has it got the original disk drive, or have you put like a hard?
I've still got the disk drive, but I've got a Gore-Tex in now. I've still got the disk drive.
I think I showed you my 1200 earlier.
Yeah,
it's like still down there. After I started recapping it, then realised that me soldering iron, like it isn't controlling the heating room. It's just getting way too hot. And I actually took one of the solder pads off the motherboard. Oh, fucking nightmare! Right? I've had to trace where it goes to, and then put like a tracer wire jumper in, and all sorts of shit. So I was like, you know what? Fuck that! I'm gonna just wait until I start my job, got some money, and buy a fucking soldering iron, because the price of Amigas is just gone through the roof, and I'm like, I can't afford to fuck another one of them up. Like, no way. Okay, so number 2, guys. What developer/publisher was responsible for California Games' Impossible Mission and Pit Stop? Scott.
I'll put Epics.
Epics. What did you put, Paul?
Epics.
Correct, guys. Both got that correct. Well done. I thought Pit Stop 2 was pretty decent. I enjoyed California Games, but I could never get the hang of that fucking sandbag thing. You know, is it where you're doing the keep you ups with the sandbag?
Yeah.
Is that even a sport? Like, where did the do?
Hacky sack is, I think, isn't it?
Hacky sack.
Hacky sack. Hacky.
Oh, I've never heard of it.
Surely.
What? Is playing keep you ups with a fucking sandbag?
Yeah, used to get these little hacky sacks from Lightwater Valley when you used to go on school trips. Did you not used to go on school trips to Lightwater Valley?
Like, I used to love going on the rat. That sounds like I'm doing something else, actually. Let's not say that. We're getting rat arse. Right, number 3. How much memory had the official original Xbox memory card?
So
yeah, we're going to go with you, Paul.
So I've guessed this at 64 megabytes.
64 meg. And Scott?
And I put 32.
Unfortunately, both got that wrong, guys. It was 8 meg.
Really?
The PS2 Magic 8.
Do you know what? I put that and scribbled it out and thought, nah, it's bigger.
It probably was because it was Xbox. Everything in the fucking Xbox is bigger. So.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I thought it's got to be
just
bigger.
Because it seems so small now, doesn't it? It seems so small. Like 64 megabytes even seems like it's stupid.
Bad, isn't it? It is. But I remember when the PS2 memory cards came out, the black ones, and it was like 8 meg, and I was like, fucking hell. Like, imagine how many saves you can fit on that. And I always ran out of. Something happened to us the other day. Like the game, I was playing BioShock, and I tried to save it, and there wasn't enough room on the memory card, and I couldn't create any space on the memory card, so I had to fucking turn it off and start all over again. I was absolutely devastated, and it wiped me save game, so I literally had to start BioShock all over again. Now, I don't know about you, but there's something just sickening when you beat 2 or 3 hours into a game, and you've got to start all over again, and you're just like, nah, I'm going to leave for a bit and then go back. But you just don't go back. And I'm at that point now. I've got to go back because everyone says BioShock's such a good game. So, yeah. Just have a quick look through. I think everyone's agreeing. Conor Cox put 3 meg. Super Jim Tendo, what's he saying? His was 50,000 blocks. Well, I think that was right. I think you did get 50,000 blocks. Sorting the answers takes longer than the quiz. Yeah, It does, because I've got to go through all the questions again, which I've already done. If I just come up with the answers, it'd be shit. Okay, right, number 4. Who developed and published the 1981 classic Galaga? And Scott, I think we'll go with you on this one.
Namco.
Namco, Paul?
Namco, and I'll show you because actually, is it right?
Namco's correct.
So I changed it. I had Midway, right? And then I thought it's on the start of Ridge Racer, isn't it? Do you know when you go through at the start, it pulls it up, and that's yeah. So I changed it.
Good one. And I thought people might be getting that one because of the, like the classics. You get like the compilations, like PS2 and stuff like that. You always get like the Namco classics and Midway or Sega and all that. Absolutely love them. Really enjoy playing. What was it? Gauntlet. The Gauntlet one that's on there. That's always good crack. I do enjoy a bit of Gauntlet. All right. Number 5. In the arcade version of Mortal Kombat, hold on. In the arcade version of Mortal Kombat, how many characters were there to choose from? So, I mean, like right at the start, you've just put your money in. How many characters do you get to choose from? And we're going with Paul on this one.
Right. So if I've got this wrong, I'm just shit at counting.
Okay.
I'll put 7.
7. Scott?
I put 8.
Well done, Paul. The answer is 7.
Actually had 8, and then changed it to 7.
It is 7. Interesting fact was on, I think it's the Game Boy. It only had 6. I think they dropped Johnny Cage. They dropped like one of the main characters.
I think I must have added one out of the sequel because I kept going like that, going through my head. I think I've added one that was in a different game.
I did have a look.
I was counting Liu Kang twice.
It was like I think it was the 4 and then 3, like in something like that. It was fucking. This is the first, lads. It's actually roasting in the shed. This doesn't happen very often up here. Okay, so number 6. What's your memories like? What year was RoboCop released for the Commodore 64 and the Spectrum, Scott?
I've gone 1988 because RoboCop, the film, was released 87, and I thought that was a bit after, but I could be wrong.
That's good thinking. Paul?
I've gone 87 because I think it was developed alongside the same time as the film. I'm not sure what but
it was developed the same time. The Ocean got in really early to get the license, which is why they got it for so cheap because they didn't know whether the film was going to make it or not. But the game didn't come out until 88. It took them 18 months. So it was good thinking, mate. You were almost there, but the answer is 1988. So well done, Scott.
This is close. This is going to be so close.
Guys, use a neck and neck.
I'll go downhill in a second. Like really downhill.
Oh, well, I hope not, because here's your specific Commodore question coming up here.
This one was just the worst fucking question ever known to man.
You never got to forgive us for this. I thought, when you know the answer, and I did know this one. Like, you just assume that everyone knows it, Sometimes Commodore is shortened to CBM. What does CBM stand for, Paul?
Well, I'll get the wrong off the bat because I've, for some reason, wrote CMB. Right? Fucking hell. I'm not Commodore Masterboard. I've wrote. I didn't have CBM.
Scott, what are you saying, mate?
I've put Commodore Basic Machine.
Oh, fuck me, you're close. Commodore Business Machines.
Oh.
Which is what their actual name was. They were just shortened down to Commodore.
I don't know why. I just had basic in my head.
You've never got to live that one down, me. I'm sorry. But this was a chance now for Scott because I thought, that's quite a Commodore-centric question. So I thought I'd ask one which was a bit more of a Sega one, if you knew the answer, and that was, what console was apparently capable of blast processing? Scott?
That was the Mega Drive.
That was the Mega Drive. What did you put, Paul?
Well, you've just... I put SNES.
So, one... did it actually have blast processing, Scott?
Pardon?
Did it actually have blast processing, or was it just a load of bollocks?
There's been a few videos on this recently that they have proven that the blast processing did exist, but it was all a spiel, an advertisement spiel, as far as I know, to just have one up on Nintendo.
Now I remember the advert.
It did have a faster processor than the Super Nintendo, hence why it doesn't have the slowdown. But the blast processing was just invented by the advertisers, I believe.
Wasn't it the same processor as the Amiga? Was it the 6800?
That I'm not sure, actually. I don't know. Yeah, it could be.
Yeah, I think it was
very similar to the Amiga, because you saw a lot of Amiga games come over, didn't you?
I'm sure it was the. If RetroB8 is there, he knows his shit. He'll know the answer to that. There he is. I'm sure it was. Yes, it did, but no games used it. So there you go. And we had the Emotion Engine. Lots of bullshit. There we go. I'm sure it was a Motorola 68,000 or 6800, something like that. RetroB8, he knows his stuff. I've been watching a couple of his videos recently as well. He kind of words videos like technical videos so people like me can understand, which is great.
It's great video because I feel like I understand it.
If you can manage to make me understand, then you're doing a pretty good job. Right. Question number 9, guys. Before being rescued by Atari, who had originally developed the handheld system that went on to being called the Lynx? And we're going to go with you with that one, Paul.
Well, I just totally guessed this, and I've just guessed ColecoVision.
And what are you saying, Scott?
It was Epix, wasn't it? I know they were developing it. Yeah.
Correct. Epix.
What, the games develop Epix?
Yeah, well, they made like the joystick, like the Stingray joystick and stuff like that. They were getting into creating hardware. They made like a chair, where you had the screen in front of you and you used to like move around and all sorts. But they ploughed loads of money. They ploughed loads of money into the Lynx, but then like they didn't have enough money to finish it, so they went to Atari, and Atari got the two lads that were responsible for the Amiga. They got them in to finish off the job.
Yeah, they did.
But I think they ploughed in like between 6 and 8 million of money, which Atari just didn't have, and it just fucked Atari. I'm pretty sure that's what finished Atari off. It was
the beginning and the end of them, wasn't it? And the thing is, though, is the Atari Lynx was just so ahead of its time, so advanced. All the sprite scaling and all that has just never been seen before.
It was a really good machine. I mean, I think was it released in like '89, and it was 16-bit handheld.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? I think it was released before the Game Boy. Like really.
It was
really
very close. It was very close. Yeah.
But obviously, this just used to eat batteries for fun. You know what I mean? Whereas this...
And Atari didn't have the games, did it? It just didn't have the games that Nintendo had at their disposal at the time.
I did get this little thing for the Atari Lynx, and it's like it's got like the usual SD card inside, but it's just like a normal game cartridge with a little SD card in the side there.
How cool! Like a little lever thing.
Honestly, cracking piece of kit. I think it was like about 40 quid on the Atari Age forum there. Guy makes them there in his own time, and I definitely recommend getting one. They're a really, really good piece of kit.
There used to be a really good indie scene behind the Atari Lynx. I don't know if it's still about, but there used to be a lot of sort of games still coming out for it.
Well, on that card there, I think there's about 200 games, and I haven't heard of probably half of them. I think a lot of them are like homebrew. But you can't tell, honestly. Some of they've been really well developed, like the games.
Yeah.
So, guys, the last question, number 10, was Chase HQ on the mic was a mixed bag. What did it score on the Spectrum and Commodore 64? Half a point for each correct answer. I think it was Addy Sneaker Freak did say in the comments that the best version was the Amstrad version, and I can't disagree with them. I think it looks nice.
The Amstrad version's very, very good, but I think it runs a bit smoother on the Spectrum.
It does, but would you not give it a bit of leeway because of the colours? And
yes, totally. It looks beautiful on the Amstrad. It really does, Chase HQ.
Yeah,
but I think it runs just that little bit better on the Spectrum.
There's Danny there just saying the Game Boy came out in Japan about 7 months before the Lynx. But I mean, Atari used to do shit in Japan anyway, didn't it? So it was fucked there from the start. I mean, if Sega can't do it in Japan, then what chance did an American firm have? Okay, guys. So it was half a point for each correct answer. So I'm looking for a Commodore 64 score and the Spectrum score. If you're 5% above or below on either, I'm happy with that. So, Scott, we're going to go with you first, mate. What did you have for the Commodore 64 percentage score?
I put 38% for the Commodore 64.
38. And for the Spectrum?
I put 98 for the Spectrum.
98. And Paul, what did you put, mate, for the Commodore?
So for the Commodore, I put 55%.
Yeah. And for the Specky?
91.
91. Okay, so Crash gave the Spectrum game 95%. So, guys, that is a correct answer for both of you. So you both got half a point for that. The Commodore 64 was 53. So,
wow.
Paul, you were only 2 out there. Scott, you were like about like 15 out or something there.
Yeah,
so you've got a half a point. And Paul, you get a full point, mate. So that really does make things interesting. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 and a half. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So there's only a point and a half in it. And now we're going to move on to the beautiful music round. Yeah, so let's just get stuck into it, guys. You won't remember what they are by now, because even I forgot what they sounded like. But I think James Evans has done pretty well on this week's selection. Paul, I've got to go with you for number 1, mate.
I haven't even put anything. I've put nothing down first.
Nothing. Scott, how about you?
I put 3 and kept scribbling them out on the second go round, but I'll stick with. I just guessed and put Bruce Lee, but before that I put Flimbo's Quest and Green Beret.
Well, none of yous are right, but you were getting a bit closer with Bruce Lee. Paul, you're just about to kick yourself fucking hard here, like, because the answer's Last Ninja 2.
Fucking hell, we were talking about it today.
I know. That's why I said you're going to kick yourself hard.
I thought Last Ninja 2 had better music than that. See, I wasn't that impressed with that. I couldn't.
No, it hadn't kicked in. It's because it hadn't kicked in yet.
It was just that's like the big intro for when it first started. Then it goes like. So yeah, Last Ninja 2, guys. Okay, so second one, Scott, we're going to go with you on that one.
Chase HQ.
Chase HQ, Paul.
Chase HQ.
Well done, guys. 1 each. Number 3. Any ideas on number 3, Paul?
I've just guessed it's Streets of Rage 2.
Streets of Rage 2. Scott, how about you?
The same.
Streets of Rage 2.
No, Streets of Rage, the original.
The answer is Streets of Rage, the original. So, oh shit, I've just dropped my pen. Oh, fucking hell. For a small shed. So, that's a point for you, Scott. Sorry, no for you, Paul, on that one, I'm afraid. Number 4, Paul.
I just guessed at Defender of the Crown.
Defender of the Crown. And how about you, Scott?
A complete guess, because I'm no good at that. I just put Flink.
No, I actually bid on Flink yesterday for the CD32. I think it was only about 3 or 4 quid. And up till about 3 minutes left, I was thinking, fucking hell, I might have a chance here. Went for over £100. I was like, yeah, I won't be buying that anytime soon. The answer was Roland for the Amiga. Roland or Rodland?
Rodland.
Rodland. I think you were talking about somebody off Grange Hill.
I've only had one bottle as well. That was the guy with the specs, right? Little fat kid with the specs.
Do you know what the thing is? There's a few of these what I've got wrong, which I've featured in like videos in the last 3 weeks as well. Like Rodland was definitely in the Amiga video for best arcade ports.
That's right.
Memories like a sieve.
Man, honestly, I can't laugh too hard because I know when I'm on that side, I'm going to be dog shit, and everyone will be like, "Fucking hell, you should know this shit. It's all you've been doing for the last like year." but like my head just starts like pumping, starts like getting rid of useful information, and like I'm getting rid of that, and I just know all sorts of shit now. And last but not least, Scott, we're going to go with you on this one, mate. Any ideas what it was? There's someone in the comments actually has a tattoo of this on their body, of this game.
But that it's Crash Bandicoot.
Crash Bandicoot. And Paul?
I've just put nothing.
The answer is Crash Bandicoot.
That's the best I've ever done in a music round. Woo!
That was 3. So yeah, that's decent. Yeah. Paul, you got 1. Commiserations on the music round. Yes, sorry.
That's actually not swearing now, apparently, because my daughter does it all the time. It's not swearing anymore.
It's when she starts doing this.
No, I'm not doing that.
What? Yeah, I'm just waiting for that one. Like they'll probably do, but it's just when you've got your back turned. Right. So the last round, guys, was the picture cover art round. As I always say, this is like my favourite round when I'm doing it. And we started off back in the 8-bit era. Paul, what did you have for your first answer, mate?
Jet Set Willy.
Jet Set Willy. And how about you, Scott?
Yeah, the same, Jet Set Willy.
Well done, guys. That is 1 point each. Now, the amount of times I've seen that game, and I've never actually looked at it that close to realise that it's a coal miner or something, because he's got NCB boots on with his head down a toilet. Like, I must have looked at that cover so many times and just not even realised what it actually is. He's got his head down the bog or something, like flushing the toilet. Or fuck knows what's going on there. So then we went there to probably a bit easier. Number 2, Scott.
Lemmings.
And what did you have, Paul?
Lemmings,
yeah, guys. That's
I was a bit watch-colly about that, because there's so many Lemmings games. I didn't know if you wanted.
I was a bit like, is it the first one? Is it? Yeah, I was a bit like that.
I'm never going to be that bad. Not after the music round. I've got to be nice to you after the music round. So you always find these normally go okay. It's when I start running out of games. But I think we've got a bit to go before that happens. Number 3, guys. What did you have for that, Paul?
I haven't put anything, but I can guess. Do you want to have a guess?
I remember it.
I was going to say like Gods or something like that.
Gods? Okay. What did you have, Scott?
I've put Zelda Link to the Past.
No, fucking is.
It is. It's Zelda. That was like a sword right in the middle of the box. With a bit of shield in the background.
As soon as you say, I can picture them as soon as you say them.
It's always like that, mate. Oh, shit. Are you still getting us okay? I've just had a thing saying that my internet's a bit shit.
Yeah, you're all right.
Yeah, we're good. As long as you can see us, that's the main thing. Okay. So we're going to move on to number 4, guys. And Paul, we'll go with you with number 4. What did you have for that?
I've got The World Is Not Enough.
Okay. Scott,
it's not that.
you?
I've gone GoldenEye.
Is it none of them?
It's GoldenEye.
Fucking hell. Ooh. I was thinking there was that other one.
That one was GoldenEye. Okay, number 5. Scott?
Daytona.
Paul?
Daytona.
Well done, guys. That's a mark each. Absolute classic of a game. Number 6, Paul?
Paperboy,
Scott?
Yeah, Paperboy.
Yeah.
Classic, one of my favourites.
Yeah, same. So shit. Do you know, it wasn't until recently that I realised the map at the beginning, is it the black houses? They're the ones you've actually got to try and deliver to.
Yeah, you only deliver to the subscribers, don't you?
Yeah, and honestly, how old's that game? What was it, like 85, 84, something like that? And I've only just found out, like, within the last couple of weeks. And I wondered why.
I would love to own the arcade machine of that. Oh, that'd be a dream. Yeah, with the handlebars and all that. I'd love to own
I've never even seen a handlebar version.
No?
No.
Yeah, no, I remember we had it in our local seaside place back in the day. I remember I was so short, I could barely see over the handlebars.
No, little baby Scott ran. Putting these temp mentors in. But yeah, guys, that was both right. That was definitely Paperboy. Number 7. Do you have any idea of that, Scott?
I've put Shadow of the Colossus.
Shadow of the Colossus. And how about you, Paul?
I haven't put anything.
It was Shadow of the Colossus.
Well, destroyed here.
I don't know if you've ever played it, but it's a quality game. It's like a big open world with these just massive monsters.
Massive bosses, isn't it?
You've got to like climb up them and like beat the shit out of them. It's a really good game. They've done a remake on the PS4, which I've not played, but I've got the original on PS2, and yeah, it's meant to be it is. It's a cracking game. Okay, number 8, Scott.
I've put Red Dead Revolver.
Red Dead Revolver. And how about you, Paul?
Yeah, I've got Red Dead Revolver.
Yep. Well done, guys. That's a mark each. Incorrect. And then you can probably tell by the box art at number 9, we went right back. What did you have for number 9, Paul?
I've guessed this one at Missile Command.
Missile Command. What did you say, Scott?
Yeah, Missile Command.
Well done, guys. Both got that one correct. I think I actually saw a text from Sion on one of the groups, and he was mentioning some Atari games, and I seen it, and I was like, yeah, that has to go in. There's loads of these questions. You can tell what videos I've been watching during the week because I always end up asking questions about it. The last question, guys, or the last picture, one of my most nostalgic games ever. Scott, I know you were struggling on this one, mate.
I struggled with it, but it's Beneath a Steel Sky on the Amiga.
Yeah, that's what I've got.
Yeah, guys, you both got that right.
Whoa, 10 out of 10 in that round.
Probably 10 out of 10.
You missed it. 10 out of 10. Paul, you got 6. So, I mean, that's not bad, really. But yeah, I think you were already a couple of points behind. So, Scott, Sega Zombie.
I got 7. I got 7 there.
Did you?
No.
Oh, I've only got you down as getting 6. It doesn't matter. Commiserations, Paul. But I'm afraid, Scott, you are still the reigning champion. And
Do you know what? That was really challenging, I thought. That was close. My saving grace is always the box art. That's the box art at the end.
Yeah.
Now, Paul might not know him, but you work in a video show, right? And did they have like lots of games there and stuff? Or?
Yes, I used to do loads of games, and I also worked for Electronics Boutique for a number of years. So that kind of has an advantage for me with games. Box art.
That wasn't said before I took on this QT of mine.
Well, the thing is, when you put your name down for it, you don't know who you're going to face because it just depends. I mean, Stewie put up a really good fight last week, and there was a few that he guessed at, and they just happened to go the wrong way. Do you know what I mean? It could have went anywhere. Points in the comments. 9. Game Shack got 9 out of 30. So yeah, definitely need a bit more practice. And there wasn't many PlayStation 3 questions or Xbox One there, to be fair. The Ami Viking got 19.5 out of 30. That is not a bad effort at all. Big Juffer. Some toughies in that to start off with, but you must have done okay. Pete, what was there saying you wasn't too bad, O.S.G, and you weren't, mate. Just sometimes the questions fall for you, sometimes they don't, especially with the box art. It's one of them ones you either know it or you don't. Do you know what I mean? Like,
do you know what I was thinking though beforehand? I was thinking, I'm just good on games. I'm not good at like remembering them. I just like playing them. Do you know what I mean? So that's why. Like I can play a game. I'll play a game last week and I'll have forgotten the music of it this week, which
I seen you playing Last Ninja for that challenge, and I've never seen anything like it. Like, did you even lose a life on that?
No.
Or was it just no? Fucking hell, man! What was the score? Was it like 1 million?
The Ninja, you mean, for the Master
Ninja,
System?
For the Master System, yeah.
I think I clocked it. It goes round the clock once. So went round the clock once and then start again. But you can get more than that because there's another secret in that game as well where you can get another 1 million points. I
can't even get to the bit where the secret is. So I'm fucked. I think my high score, I was speaking about it with my mate Danny, I think mine I think it was 250,000. And yeah, I still haven't went back to it, but I need to get practice on that again. I do.
It's a great game, man. I remember I bought it off my friend, and I bought it for like something like £1 or something off a lad. I don't know if you know Craig Bennett. Do you know anybody called Craig Bennett from Portland? So I bought it off him, and he wanted rid of it because he said it was shit, right? And I got it, and I absolutely hated it when I was a kid. But then when you brought it up as a challenge, I went back on it, and I thought, this is mint.
It is. It's such an addictive little game, and it's so easily available. And you can probably pick it up for like about £5 now.
Yeah.
For me, it's got like masses of nostalgia. It's like the only game I ever played with my dad at all. Like he wasn't into gaming, and I think I was off school with measles or something like that. So he come back with a Master System, and I think that's why it's one of the few systems I've actually got any nostalgia for. Like other than me 64, me Amiga. Is me Sega Master System. I used to look at that, and Alex Kidd built in. So that was.
I think I've got that one here. That one with Alex Kidd in, like the Master System 2.
Aye.
Yeah.
Aye, that's right. But even then, I always wanted the Master System 1 because you could put the card games in.
So I started off with Master System 1, and I think it had a credit card of Hang On. But I think it had a snail. Did it have a snail game built into that? Like a secret game?
You got to do like a combination or something to get it on, I think.
I think that was the secret game, yeah.
But the Master System 1 that I've got now, that's got Super Hang On built into it. Aye. But I have actually got a card game. I think it's Spy versus Spy. I think is a credit card. I just wanted a Master System 1 so I could buy a credit card game. Because I just used to think they were like really cool.
I think they're cool as well, though, the Master System 1s, don't they? Even though that flow chart doesn't actually mean anything. What's on the front of it?
Nah. It's just it looks all like computery and science fiction, but yeah, it does fuck all. So guys, that's it. As I was saying before, if there's anyone in the comments fancies a blast, we do have an opening on this Wednesday with you, Scott. I'm not really expecting anyone to get in touch with me. Like, I understand that that's pretty short notice. But if you have a look on my channel and you go to the About section, I've got all the different links of like different ways you can contact us or on the Facebook group, Discord, the usual shite. And we'll see if we can get someone in. But if not, Scott, it'll be 2 weeks on Wednesday. So you've got a nice big time off.
Oh,
so we'll see. I have got like some of the questions and most of the rounds done for Wednesday. So if it does go ahead, I'm ready to go. But it's a little bit short notice, so we'll just see what happens. But yeah, that's it, guys. Thanks again, Paul, for coming on. And as I always say to everyone, you're more than welcome to have another blast anytime, mate.
Well done, Scott. Well done.
Yes, Paul. That was a good one.
It was really tight, really tight. Just at the end, mate. Just that bit box art.
That last round was a nightmare for me. Like
it was. But right, I'll catch up with you guys in a minute. In the after show.
Yeah,
this is where we're getting all the party on, all the drugs and women, all them come around. Yeah. So right, I'll see you guys in a minute.
Guys,
laters.
See you later, guys. So, guys, that was definitely one of the closest quizzes that we've had up to now. It was a shame that Paul just crashed out a little bit towards the end. But I think he might be back. I think he might have took a bit of inspiration for that, and he's maybe going to do a bit more catching up on his Spectrum gaming, because I think deep down there's a bit of love for Spectrum going on there. I found some love for the Spectrum, and if I can, anyone can. But anyway, guys, probably won't be seeing you this Wednesday, but it will be 2 weeks on Wednesday. And to be fair, I'm not even sure who we've got on that week, but as I say, I'll always let everyone know, and I'll stick some information out on the Facebook group and in different places so you can find out who is on, who's going to be the next challenge for Scott. But Scott has won 3 in a row now, so that puts him clear of Lee Retro Chef. That puts him top on 3 wins. So as I was explaining last week, at the end of the year, The 3 guys who have the highest amount of trophy wins, they will all go, if they can all take part, they will all go up against each other. And the winner of that will then take on me for a Christmas special. So, yeah, kind of dreading that, guys. But, yeah, quite enjoyed tonight, and I hope you did too. And that's it. So, stay safe, guys. And, yeah, tomorrow's my first day at work, so I'm kind of dreading it a little bit, but sure it'll go okay. As for videos that's coming out, I've just been doing started a hit squad video today. It's going to be a little bit different to the normal ones that I do, but I think it'll be a really good one. It'll be worth the extra wait. So until next time, guys, goodbye.